Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to our channel. I want to start today's video with something very important. Something that touches the heart of every senior, every pensioner, and every family member who cares deeply for their loved ones. Imagine waking up every morning and knowing that you will not have to worry about whether your pension is enough to cover the bills, the groceries, or the medication. Imagine being able to breathe a little easier, to feel that relief when you check your bank account and see that Centrelink has confirmed new payments that are bigger, better, and truly life-changing. That is exactly what we are talking about today. Real changes that are coming in October 2025. Changes that will impact thousands of Australians. Changes that every senior must know about. And let me tell you, my friends, this is not just news. This is hope. This is security. This is dignity. So please stay with me all the way through this video, because by the end, you will understand exactly what these pension changes mean for you, how much you could receive, and how it will affect your future. And before we begin, let me kindly ask you, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and join our growing family. Together, we will keep you informed, updated, and always one step ahead, because you deserve clarity and you deserve peace of mind. Now let's dive right into the heart of the matter. October 2025 is not just another date on the calendar. For seniors, for pensioners, for people depending on Centrelink, it is the month that signals a new chapter. The Australian government has confirmed adjustments, and these adjustments are more than just numbers on a page. They are lifelines. Many of you have written letters, left comments, and shared your personal struggles. The cost of living going up, energy bills climbing higher, rent increasing, groceries becoming more expensive, and health expenses piling on top. Every pensioner knows the stress of stretching each dollar until it feels like it might snap. That is why when the government steps forward and says, "We hear you, we are increasing payments, we are changing the rules to make it fairer," it brings not only relief, but also a sense of justice. These new payments for October 2025 are part of a broader plan to protect seniors from the pressures of inflation and rising costs. Centrelink has confirmed that pension rates will go up, and that means more money in your pocket. But beyond the headline, there are many details we need to go through, because the pension is not a one-size-fits-all payment. It depends on your circumstances, your age, your income, your assets, your living arrangements, and sometimes even your partner's financial situation. So let's break it all down step by step in clear and simple language, so no one is left confused. First, let's talk about the age pension itself. The age pension is the cornerstone of financial support for seniors in Australia. It is the payment that ensures older Australians can live with dignity when they retire or when they can no longer work. To qualify, you must meet age requirements, residency requirements, and you must pass the income and assets tests. Now, the age requirement has been gradually increasing, but as of October 2025, men and women will generally need to be 67 years old to qualify. That's an important number to remember. 67. Now, here's the first big change that October 2025 will bring: the increase in the maximum base rate of the age pension. Centrelink has confirmed that payments will be going up to reflect not just inflation, but also adjustments designed to ensure pensioners are not left behind as the economy shifts. For a single pensioner, this means a boost in fortnightly payments. For couples, whether you are partnered and living together or separated due to illness, there are also increases. These numbers matter because every extra dollar counts when you're budgeting carefully. But the changes do not stop there. There will also be new rules around income and asset thresholds. Many pensioners worry that if they earn even a little extra income, say from part-time work, from renting out a spare room, or from small savings, they might lose their pension entirely. That fear often stops seniors from trying to earn extra money. But under the new rules in October 2025, income thresholds are being adjusted upward, giving pensioners more room to supplement their income without being punished. This is a positive change because it means seniors can have a little extra flexibility, a little extra independence, without the constant fear of losing their main support. Let me pause here and speak directly to you, my friends. I know that numbers and rules can feel overwhelming, especially when Centrelink letters arrive with complicated language. That's why I want to make a promise to you right here. This video will guide you through everything slowly and clearly. Think of me as sitting at your kitchen table, explaining it over a cup of tea, making sure you feel confident and informed. Because that is what you deserve, not confusion, not stress, but clarity and peace of mind. Now let's move on to the details of payment increases. For single pensioners, the maximum fortnightly rate will see an increase. This means that when October arrives and the new payments are rolled out, you will notice a difference in your bank account. For couples, the combined rate will also rise. If you are separated due to illness, meaning one of you needs care in a nursing home while the other remains at home, there are specific adjustments that ensure fairness. All of this has been carefully planned to make sure that no senior is forgotten, no pensioner is left behind. Another important part of the October 2025 changes relates to supplements. Many pensioners receive additional supplements alongside the age pension. These include the pension supplement, the energy supplement, and sometimes rent assistance. The government has confirmed that these will also be reviewed and adjusted because rising energy costs and rent increases are among the biggest pressures facing seniors today. Imagine how comforting it is to know that when your electricity bill arrives, you will have a little more support to cover it. That is exactly what these changes aim to deliver. I also want to touch on something that is very close to my heart: fairness for women and carers. For too long, many women have retired with less superannuation, less savings, and more financial struggles because they spent their younger years raising families, caring for loved ones, and often working in lower-paid jobs. The new pension changes take into account these realities by ensuring that the age pension continues to serve as a safety net for those who need it most. Carers and widows, too, will see benefits from these adjustments. Friends, as we go deeper into this topic, I want you to remember one thing. The age pension is not charity. It is not a handout. It is a right that you have earned through a lifetime of work, through paying taxes, through building this country with your sweat and dedication. When the government increases pensions, it is not doing you a favor. It is fulfilling its duty. And that is something we should all remember proudly. Now let's talk about the cost of living. October 2025 pension increases are directly tied to the fact that life has become more expensive. Inflation has pushed up the prices of everyday essentials. A loaf of bread, a liter of milk, a tank of petrol. Everything costs more than it did just a few years ago. Seniors on fixed incomes feel this pressure the hardest. That is why every 6 months, pensions are adjusted through indexation. But what makes October 2025 special is that the increases are larger and more meaningful than many expected. This is a recognition that seniors cannot be left struggling while the rest of society moves forward. Over the next part of this video, we will go section by section through the different aspects of these changes: eligibility, payment amounts, supplements, income and asset test adjustments, and what it all means for your future. We will also look at practical examples. So if you're a single pensioner renting a flat, you'll know what to expect. If you're a couple living together with modest savings, you'll see how the changes affect you. If you're someone still working part-time while receiving the pension, you'll understand how the new income limits will benefit you. By the end, my goal is for you to feel completely clear and completely prepared. But before we continue, let me once again invite you to subscribe to this channel. Every week, we bring you the latest updates explained in simple and caring language. We are more than just a channel. We are a family that looks out for one another. And in these times, when changes come quickly and official letters can be hard to understand, it is so important to stay connected. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because you are not alone on this journey. Let's begin with examples, because examples make things real. Imagine Margaret, a 70-year-old widow living alone in Sydney. She has been on the age pension for 3 years, and she rents a small apartment. Every fortnight, she carefully budgets her pension payments, but the rising cost of rent and electricity has made it difficult. In October 2025, Margaret will see her base pension increase, and alongside that, she will receive higher rent assistance and adjustments in her supplements. For Margaret, that means her fortnightly budget finally stretches a little further. She will no longer feel the same panic every time her electricity bill arrives. Instead, she will feel a little relief, a little security, a little more comfort. That is the difference these changes will make. Now let's look at another example. George and Linda, a couple in their early 70s living in regional Victoria. They own their home outright, but they rely almost entirely on the age pension to meet their expenses. They sometimes earn a small amount from a hobby business, selling crafts at local markets. In the past, they worried that this extra income would reduce their pension too much. But under the new rules starting in October 2025, the income thresholds are higher. This means George and Linda can continue their hobby, earn a bit extra, and still keep their full pension payments. For them, this is not just financial support, it is freedom. They can live with dignity while still enjoying the satisfaction of earning from their creativity. Finally, let's consider Paul, a pensioner who continues to work part-time a few hours a week. He does this not only to earn a little extra money, but also to stay active and connected with his community. Under the new income rules in October 2025, Paul will benefit even more. His pension will not be cut as quickly as before, and he will have greater incentive to keep working without fear of losing his payments. For Paul, this means stability. For society, it means we continue to value the contribution of seniors who want to stay engaged and productive. Friends, these examples show us something important. The October 2025 changes are not just technical adjustments. They are about respecting different lives, different circumstances, and making sure the age pension remains a fair and reliable foundation for everyone. Whether you live alone, with a partner, whether you rent, own your home, or still work a little, the new rules are designed to protect you and give you room to breathe. Now let us turn to the bigger picture. Why is this happening now? The answer is simple: cost of living pressures. Across Australia, families are struggling with rising expenses, but seniors on fixed incomes are hit the hardest. Governments know this, and they know that without proper pension adjustments, too many older Australians would fall into poverty. That is why pensions are indexed twice a year. But October 2025 is more significant because the adjustments are larger, more generous, and more targeted. It is the government's way of saying, we see you, we hear you, we will not let you be left behind. At this point in the video, I want to speak heart to heart with you. I know many of you have spent decades working hard, raising families, paying taxes, contributing to communities, and building this country. Retirement should not be about constant stress and fear. It should be about peace, about comfort, about enjoying the simple things in life. A cup of tea in the morning sun, time with grandchildren, walks in the park, laughter with friends. These pension changes cannot solve every challenge, but they are a step in the right direction. They give seniors a fairer share, a little more stability, and a stronger safety net. I also want to remind you of something very important. You are not alone. If you ever feel confused about your payments, if Centrelink letters leave you scratching your head, or if you're not sure what you're entitled to, help is always available. You can contact Centrelink directly, you can speak with financial counselors, or you can turn to community support groups. And of course, you can always come back to this channel where we will continue to explain everything in plain, simple, caring language. We are here for you because this journey is not one you should walk alone. Before we say goodbye, let me gently remind you once more. If you found this video helpful, if you want to keep receiving updates like this, please hit that subscribe button. Join our family here on this channel. We are stronger together. And by subscribing, you make sure you never miss an important update. Share this video with your friends, your family, your neighbors, because knowledge is power, and the more we share, the more we help one another. Thank you so much for staying with me all the way through this video. Thank you for your time, your trust, and your presence here today. I hope you feel informed, reassured, and ready for the future. Until next time, take care of yourself, look after one another, and remember, you are valued, you are loved, and you are never alone. Goodbye for now, my friends. and I will see you in the next video.